Hey everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade one math. You can find all the lesson A plus students.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade one math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. So we must start with the chapter estimation. Then we'll cover the chapter contamination shapes. So please make sure you have your different pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Okay, here I'm on grade one chapter we are on right. We're going to start with the chapter estimation. So let's just start with the lesson. Let's just start with the lesson that is distinguished to test. And so let's just start with the lesson. How many marbles are there? Estimate. So basically, we don't have to count them. We just have to estimate the answer, right? So we are given with four options. Here we are not given with the options, but the other option is 40, right? But they are not 40, they look more than 40, right? So then they are about 80 marbles. The correct option is about 80 marbles. Let's just start with the test questions. How many marbles are there? Estimate. Now you are given with two options, right? About 30 and about 70. So what do you think? They are about 30 or about 70? They are about 30, right? So option number one is the correct option. They don't look uh, about 70, they look about 30. So option number one is the correct option. How many marbles are there? Estimate. So which is the correct option, about 20 or about 60? There are about 20 options available is the correct option. How many that's the one just okay, conclude. How many marbles are there? About 40 or about 70, which is the correct option. About 70, option number two is the correct option. How many marbles are there? About 40 or about 80? They are about 40. Option number one is the correct option. How many marbles are there? Estimate about 20 or about 60. They are about 60. Option number two is the correct option. How many marbles are there? Estimate about 40, about 80. They are about 80. Option number two is the correct option. How many marbles are there? Estimate about 50 or about 90, which is the correct option. They are about 90. Option number two is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself every day. So this is the only lesson on the procrastination. Now I'm going to start the next chapter, that is two-dimensional figures. So here I'm on the chapter two-dimensional shapes. So let's just start with the lesson. Let's just start with the first as a name the two-dimensional shape. So let's just start with the lesson. What shape is this? Which is the correct option. That is a triangle, three-sided shape it is, and that is a triangle. So basically, the sides are the lines that makes the shape. So there are three sides, so that is a triangle. Let's just start with the test questions. What shape is this? Triangle, it is option number two is the correct option. What shape is this? Which is the correct option? Yes, square it is. That is a four-sided shape. All sides are exactly equal in measurement, so that is a square. Option is the correct option. What shape is this? Circle it is. Option number one is the correct option. What shape is this? A triangle it is. That is a three-sided shape, so that is a triangle. Triangle is three, right? So that is a three-sided shape. Triangle it is. What shape is this? That is a circle. Option number two is option. What shape is this? That is a square option number one is the correct option. What shape is this? Circle, it is option number one is the correct option. What shape is this? Triangle, it is option number two is the correct option. What shape is this? Square, it is option number one is the correct option. What shape is this? That is circle, option number one is the correct option. When we are done with the lesson, let's just move to the next lesson. The next lesson is count sides and vertices. Let's just start with these. How many sides does the shape have? The shape have four sides, right? Let's just start with the first one. How many sides does the shape have, which is the correct option? That is a two-sided shape option or one is the correct option behind the box. How many sides does this shape have? That is a four-sided shape square. It is option number two is the correct option. How many sides does this shape? That is a three-sided shape triangle. It is often like four is the correct. How many sides does this shape have? The correct option is four. Option number three is the correct option. That is a four-sided shape. How many vertices does this shape have? That is a three-sided shape triangle. It is option number two is the correct option. How many vertices does this shape have? That is a four-sided shape option. And one is the correct option. How many vertices does this shape have? That is a three-sided shape drawing that is. How many sides does this shape? That is a four-sided shape. Option number two is the correct option. How many sides does this shape? Three-sided shape. It is option number three is the correct option. How many vertices does this shape have? Four. Option number one is the correct option. Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just move on to the next lesson. Open and closed shapes. Is the shape open or closed? If you start and end at the same time, that means the shape is closed. Let's just start with the test questions. Is the shape open or closed? That is a closed shape, right? If you start and end at the same time, if you start tracing the shape, you start at and at the same point, that means the shape is a closed. Is this shape open or closed? Open-ended option number one is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Open-ended option number one is the correct option. That is an open shape option is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Closed it is. That is a closed shape option. That is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Open it is option number one is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Closed it is option number two is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Closed it is option number two is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Open it is option number one is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Closed it is option number two is the correct option. Open it is option number one is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Open it is. Is this shape open and closed? Closed it is. Option 2 is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Open it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. Closed it is. Option 2 is the correct option. Is this shape open and closed? Open it is. Option 1 is the correct. Is this shape open or closed? The closed shape. Option 2 is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? It's a closed shape, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 1 chapter. We have started with estimation. Now we're working on two-dimensional shapes. The lessons we have to cover today are name the two-dimensional shape, count sides and vertices, open and closed shapes. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we tested. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available to help you, or either you can write down the question in the chat box and we have to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So any questions you can please ask if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session, everyone.